Hi everyone. I thought for today I would talk about what I consider the best box set you can get for a great deal that's really worth buying. If you're a classic rock fan, I don't see how you could not want this in your CD collection. It is Blue Oyster Cult, the Columbia Albums Collection. And so I'm going to show you what the contents of this and then everything else I have by Blue Oyster Cult. Mittens, where are you going? You're usually... Yeah, it's usually Jinx that's behind there, and of course Mittens was, and then now she's gone. You'll have to look at me now. So the thing is about this box set is, well, I'll show you the contents, but I looked on Amazon in the States, and I think they're selling it for $60. And in Canada, I think it was $80, $20 more, but still so worth it. So it opens like this. And there are the contents. They're mainly known for Don't Fear the Reaper, Burning for You, and Godzilla. But those are great songs. Don't Fear the Reaper is very overplayed, of course, on the radio. But there's so much more to the band. If you like those songs, you definitely need to check into their discography more. And I think there's Grand Funk Railroad and Creedence Clearwater Revival, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But I kind of think Blue Oyster Cult is my favorite American band, if I really have to think it over. And Buck Dharma, their guitarist, is, along with Frank Zappa and Steve Howe, probably my favorite guitarist. And I think he's just so underrated. He's just very original and always has interesting guitar solos. So this is the booklet you get. There's the band from New York. Tells the story. And then it goes through each of the individual albums, and all the credits. And some of the albums, the early albums, have a lot of bonus cuts with them too, which is excellent. And they're all remastered. And it also comes with a download card. I must have used it once because this doesn't work anymore. So you can try the number. It's not going to work. And it's for more live shows. So their debut album, one of my all-time favorite debut albums, Blue Oyster Cult. And it's on the Columbia label. And like I said, all of these have, it doesn't mention it here, but in the booklet it mentions, sometimes there's 5 or 6, 7 bonus tracks. Their second, Tyranny and Mutation. If I remember, I'm going to rate them 10 out of 10. Tyranny and Mutation. If you love guitars, you have to listen to Tyranny and Mutation. So much great guitar work on this. 10 out of 10. Secret Treaty is the very first album I bought of theirs in 1975. 10 out of 10. Then their first live album, a double, and it's just on one CD. Love that album cover. And yes, includes the gatefold. 10 out of 10. There's the different label. So all of the whole double album is on one CD. Then, Agents of Fortune. And when this came out in Canada, It never had the gatefold. I don't know why. And I would give this, of course it's got their huge hit, Don't Fear the Reaper. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's very good. Then Spectres, which was a little disappointing when it came out. But through the years, I've grown to really love it. Actually, more than Agents of Fortune. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 also. Maybe a 9.5. Another live album, Some Enchanted Evening. Now this is expanded, so it's got almost... Yeah, it's got one CD, but it's filled to the max with live songs. And like I said, it's longer because when it was first released, it was a single. So it's kind of like a double album now. And it also comes... It comes with a DVD of a live show. It's not the greatest quality. You know, it's good. It's decent quality. And it's like an hour-long live show. So this I would give, I don't listen to it very much, but it's really good. 8 out of 10. And then Mirrors. Once again, when this came out, I was very disappointed. Kind of like, you know, way too commercial. But I have really grown to enjoy this. I'm going to give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Then, less commercial and more heavy rock, Culticeras Erectus. A 10 out of 10. Great comeback album. And I think this is their biggest selling album, Fire of Unknown Origin, which is excellent too. 10 out of 10. Another live album, Extraterrestrial Live, which was a double, and so I don't think there's any bonus tracks, but it has everything on one CD. With the gatefold. That's excellent. Yeah, 9 out of 10. And then they were starting to, I don't play these very much. The Revolution by Night, maybe give it a 7 out of 10. Some good and some okay songs on it. And probably their least, well, Club Ninja, yeah, one of their least best. Maybe a 6 out of 10. And Imaginos, which was originally the drummer Albert Bouchard. It was his solo album. And there's so many musicians on this. It's not even really, even though there are members of Blue Oyster Cult on it, it's more of a Albert Bouchard solo album. And the production is kind of not very good. But, you know, the song is pretty good. The songs, I'd give it a strong 7 out of 10. Then you get a Rarities, which is excellent. And the Best of the Broadcast, a live CD. Which is really good. So that's that. And like I said, you get the booklet and that. So that's all of those CDs for $60 if you're in the States. I suggest you go order it now. And so on my main channel, a couple years ago, probably close to 2 years ago, I ranked and reviewed all of the Blue Oyster Cult albums. But even with this box set, I didn't have everything. So I had to get Heaven Forbid, with the really cheesy, your typical heavy metal album cover, although they did change it after, I guess. And this is the newer remastered version of it. And this, I just played this the other day. If you like heavy metal, but really, you know, kind of like, maybe like Metallica's Black Album, if you like that, I think you would love this. I was just playing it the other night, and I was just going to kind of skip through it. I ended up listening to the whole album. I enjoyed it that much. I would give this a 10 out of 10. Except for the the album cover. But yeah, lots of great songs on this, full of energy and great guitar work by Buck Dharma. And then after that is Curse of the Hidden Mirror, which is more, it's not as heavy, and it's more, it's like hard rock, commercial pop, and I don't care for it as much. But there's of course, excellent guitar work by Buck Dharma, and I love that album cover. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And before Blue Oyster Cult, they were a band called Stock Forest Group. And this is Saint Cecilia, struggle to say that, the Elektra recordings, which were never really released. They were trying to, you know, start up. They were trying to make an album, but like the record company never released it. But anyway, it has 4 of the 5 original members. And this is so good. And some of it is almost like a Grateful Dead kind of a vibe to it. Psychedelic, Grateful Dead, rock, lots of songs on it. So yeah, if you love Blue Oyster Cult, this is amazing. 10 out of 10. And this, they didn't release anything after Curse of the Hidden Mirror for years and years and years, what, 20 years or something. Until about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, they released The Symbol Remains. I was going to say Returns. And so when I bought this, I was thinking, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. Might be okay. I was so impressed with this. I think a lot of Blue Oyster Cult fans were really impressed. It's just really good. 10 out of 10. Way to go, Blue Oyster Cult. And lots of variety. You know, it's not all... I guess that's the one thing against this, heaven forbid. It's all kind of samey, pretty heavy metal, but good heavy metal. And lastly, I have this 45th Anniversary Live in London Deluxe Edition CD and DVD, where they perform their very first album, Blue Oyster Cult, all the way through. And then they also do Butts Boogie, Godzilla, Don't Fear the Reaper, Tattoo Vampire, and Hot Rails to Hell. And like I said, it has a DVD too of the show. The only thing is, Eric Bloom, one of the main singers, his voice has really, it's not like it was. It's aged and he sounds a little, you have to get used to it. But that being said, this is excellent. And they do a version of Then Came the Last Days of May, which is over 10 minutes long, with killer guitar work by Buck Dharma. So, highly recommend this too if you're a fan of Blue Oyster Cult. And that is it. Yeah, if you have this, let me know in the comment section below, and just hoping some other fans of classic rock look into buying this incredibly non-expensive box set. Bye.